of those people.
Well, we've had a lot of draft experts on who have brought up all the home runs he's given up, which I don't know if you watch baseball at all, but don't guys in the big leagues give up home runs too? I mean, that seems to be the only way major league hitters get on base these days is by hitting the ball over the wall. I mean, that's just modern baseball. They're playing with aluminum bats. Guys in college are doing the same things guys in the pros are. They're selling out dead home runs, and they're using that launch angle stuff. So I'm not surprised that Leiter's given up home runs. Look at his ERA. Look at his strikeouts. Look at his performance in big games. Look at his dad, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. You just mentioned him. Key Brian Hayes.
Right.
These guys come from good stock, good genes. And that's how I view Jack Leiter. He would be my first pick.
I agree. Let's go to Richard in Cranberry, see if he does. Hey, Richard, how you doing?
Hey, gentlemen. I will do a quick comment and then a question. The quick comment is I want the last 2 hours of my life back from the Pirates for a no-show in Colorado.
2 days in a row.
How do you get no hit in Colorado?
So it's still a no-hitter right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my question for you gentlemen, you've covered it, and let me also include a comment with it. If the Pirates don't pick either Leiter or Rocker, I will never, ever, 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 and I know the sports guys say, oh, you won't do that. No, I'll never attend a Pirates game again. I'll never spend another cent on them again because Leiter would be my first pick. Rocker, and I'm not a baseball scout, I could be overruled on that, but those guys are both A-plus first-round picks. What do you think?
So is the catcher from Louisville, Davis. He's pretty good. If you're looking for a guy who can simply rake and they don't have enough catchers, I can buy that, I suppose, but I don't put him up there in Leiter as a can't miss. I think this guy, it's going to take some time for a catcher to show up here and be a regular contributor. But listen, Will Smith has turned out to be a tremendous asset for the LA Dodgers. And, not a lot of people talk about catchers, Andrew. They need a catcher. They don't have much catching in their organization, but I still defer to Leiter.
Yeah, you're allowed to make trades. So you can find a young catcher in somebody's organization. They might have a surplus, or you might, make them a deal they can't say no to because you've got pitchers or you've got middle infielders that are expendable that you can trade. The minor thing about the Pirates game tonight, and I know the lineups day to day don't matter as much because they're in last place, but something that I thought was very strange. Brian Reynolds didn't play tonight. If you're Brian Reynolds, the game's in Coors Field. You're having a great year. You're one of the Pirates' best hitters. Doesn't Derek Shelton have to basically, kidnap you to keep you out of the lineup tonight? Like, this is a dream for guys. All of their best hitters, you'd think, none of their best pitchers want to pitch in Coors Field, and all of their hitters are begging to be in the lineup. How do you talk Brian Reynolds into not playing tonight after they got shut out last night, Bob? That makes no sense to me.
Well, I'm not a big believer in that stuff, but they said it was a pre-planned day off, and that's the way it's going to be. But he's a young kid, and he's playing well, and he's hitting the
you know what
ball.
else was pre-planned? Sending the Kranick kid back to AAA.
Right.
Sometimes you got to let the games.
I don't agree with any of that. I didn't like Yajure was sent back after he has 2 good starts. I mean, what do you look? Are you just trying to put him out there, get a taste of what it's like? And if the logic is he's got to go to AAA, no. He went 5 up and 5 down, 15 straight hitters. Give him another shot. See where that goes.
Right.
If he struggles, okay, fine. But at least he deserves another opportunity, and I think that would have been a nice little thing for the fans to at least think about going to a game this weekend. Let's go to Basil. And where are you, Basil? Butler. What's up, Basil? How you doing?
Basil Hayden?
Basil, one of my favorite spices. Go ahead, Basil. Basil, don't disappoint me now with that lead-in. Come on, man.
No.
He's not there. All right, let's go to Ron in Johnstown. Hey, Ron, how you doing?
Yeah, I have 2 questions for you guys. About Steelers. First, I saw online where some of the other teams are having training camps that they're off sites, and then I see where everybody had to go through the NFL and the Player Association, and I'm reading where some teams that go off site is because the players don't want to go like the college dorms and that. I don't know. And then also I've read Steelers aren't too happy with Dotson, that he didn't come in too good in shape, and they're not too pleased with him.
Yeah, I heard that, but I talked to someone today who told me that's not the case at all. So I don't know where that came from. Andrew, did you have conversations about that topic today? Because before people say that,
that's
I would like
DK
to know.
Pittsburgh Sports, DK's website reported that. I've talked to people too. who
And what did they
seem
tell
to
you?
think that the same thing. You know, I've seen videos of Dotson. He's got receipts on Twitter and Instagram of him doing all kinds of workouts. He's got an offensive line instructor down in Texas that I believe he's been with a lot this offseason. I've seen him do some unorthodox things like take a rope and pull a big truck.
Yeah.
You know, he's out there. It looks like he's grinding. And it's an important year for him because a lot now is on his plate. Already he was going to be a starter, but now there's even more focus on him because of what happened with DeCastro. And knowing Dotson's journey to the NFL, I would be very surprised if he just coasted and kicked his legs up and relaxed, Bob. So
Yeah,
that
me too.
shocked me when I saw that report.
All right. Like I said, I've talked to people who said that's not the truth. That's not the case. He is working hard, and again, we'll see how it goes. Meantime, it's time for our Tri-State Office Finisher Tweet of the Day, and this comes to us from our good friend Seth Rohrabaugh, who covers hockey over at the Tribune Review. He says no Penguins were selected for the first or second All-Star team. Sidney Crosby finished 5th in voting at centers. Jake Gensel was 6th at left wing. Chris Letang 9th on defense. We'll take a break on that note. More calls on the way as we continue live right here on Pittsburgh CW.